Say what I want like I'm Taylor. My kinda white like Taylor. Swear. Taylor.
We're back. And I'll Judge Rats here to get into exclusive, rare interview footage of Tupac Shakur. We going from music to the interviews. Y'all know I like to react to interviews as well. Getting down and dirty with those. Expeditiously, so we're going to get into Tupac Shakur on the Jane Pratt show. Okay, on the Jane Pratt show. And he's apparently 20 years old here, okay, as per seen in the comment section. So we're going to get down and dirty with those. If I don't like what's going on and what's being talked about in this damn interview, I'm going to always keep it a stizzy stag with you, all the Wolfpack. Okay, I like the truth, honesty. Okay, honesty the best policy. So here's how we're gonna get down there with those. If I don't like it, it gets about to the bop. The bop. Facts. But if I do like it though, I'm gonna let it blow. I'm gonna let it click in broad day until it's finished. You lucky I ain't pull it out from under the shirt. You know what I'm saying? You lucky I ain't pull it out from up under the skirt. Stop. You know, stop looking at me. But let's get to it.
The story that they were talking about, actually, the story that they were talking about is called Soldier Story. And it wasn't about killing cops at all. That's just what the media took, because you know they're going to take what they want. It was about somebody who was so scared of police brutality that he panicked when they pulled him over. They didn't talk about none of that. They just took what they wanted.
The media generally has portrayed Tupac in basically a negative light.
Your song, I Don't Give an F.
I start the song out sitting in a paddy wagon and the cops are bragging about beating up another brother.
What that shows is what the media on any day is able to show you about anyone's life. And in reality, people live their life on a day-to-day basis.
So I feel like my job is to tell a story, the whole story, and I can't censor it. Whatever you say, censor it or making it right, it's still censoring it. You know, we all got to have the knowledge of what's going on, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so you don't advocate cop killing?
Not at all. I don't advocate violence in any way.
I'm just curious as to whether the song that he was listening to had anything to do with cop killing, or...
No, I just said I don't write songs about cop killing.
But it did have the lyrics in there.
6 of the songs on your album mention cop killing?
No.
Oh, that's not true.
No. All my songs talk about police brutality and self-defense. Now, that's something different.
Talk to him too, Pizzy. Talk to him too, Pop. They not listening to you. You know what's going on. They not listening to you, Tupac. They not listening to you. Cause you see how man tried to spin it on you. He said, don't 6 of your songs talk about police killing? He said, no. It talks about police brutality and how y'all bugging. Self-defense. And police is over here trying to get in with me and unwarranted. You know what I'm saying? Unwarranted. Sorry, I got a call from... I hate when, like, you ever see, like, random numbers call you? Be like, yo, like, a random number from Chicago just called me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know nobody from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody from the rack, bro. And if you don't leave a voicemail, I'm not answering. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. I'm the guy that I'll look at a random number calling me. I'll be like, that's crazy. Anyway. But, yeah. Tupac talking hot. Spicy. You know what I'm saying? And he's defending his music and his people in front of people that are clearly trying to trip him up or put words in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Now, has Tupac never advocated for violence? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say every Tupac song was peaceful. Let's really keep it a stack. Like, every Tupac song is not peaceful. One of his biggest songs is called Hit 'Em Up. Like, come on. So, you know, like... Tupac hung around gang individuals, like, you know, but at the end of the day, he was a peaceful person, though, from what he projected at times. But black people, we love violence. It's bad. Like, I'm also a person that doesn't advocate for violence. I like peace, you know. But the black community, we like thirst off of violence. So it's probably hard as a rapper, if your label is a rapper, it's probably going to be hard for you to go your whole career without rapping about some level of violence or even tapping into like somebody that is around you's experience and their reference points of life, so you can make music that can also relate to somebody else, because the black black plight and the black struggle does include violence. A lot of the black struggle includes violence amongst our own community. So, you know, it's probably going to be hard for you not to touch on those type of topics, even if you're not trying to advocate for, promoting the violence and stuff like that. But, you know, I give it to him. He defending his points. He's like, no, I don't advocate for cop killing, but I definitely say, hey, I am in the right of defending myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, police brutality is real, though. Police do look at, they do profile individuals. They will look at you a certain type of way. And if they put you in that box of like, yo, you're a menace, then they're going to treat you like a menace without even knowing you or knowing your backstory and know why you act the way you act and know what it is that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to put you in that box. That's why I do advocate for especially black people, but just people in general to understand that perception is wealth, right? If you keep your perceptual image at a certain in a certain light, then, you know, things will go a little bit better for you in general. Now, I'm not going to say that the police aren't out here doing what they do anyway, regardless of how you perceive yourself and how you try to make yourself come off. At the end of the day, if they view you a certain way, then that's just what it is, and that's people in general, right? But you can control what you can control in that aspect, and like even Tupac going up there, he's dressed good. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got his rings on, got a hat. You know what I'm saying? A leather jacket with the woo. But you know, he ain't come there with the long. Back in the day, you know, what was fly was like a triple XL. You know what I'm saying? Rope chains. You know what I'm saying? He ain't come up with the do-rag, rope chain, triple XL tee, baggy pants. He came looking nice. You know what I'm saying? I like the jacket. It's like a little vest thing. You know what I'm saying? Defending himself. Look, just even that position. He looked like, yes, I'm here to defend myself.
Don't 6 of the songs on your album mention cop killing?
No.
Oh, that's not true.
No. All
That
my
is
songs
not
talk
true.
about police brutality and self-defense. Now that's something different.
If we're going to talk about police, this man over here is in a really rough area, and he puts his life on the line every day.
I got so much respect for him for that, but look, we have to live in the same neighborhoods without bulletproof vests, without backup.
Nah, I was about to, bro. Nah, why man's them really just, that wasn't the point, bruh. Nah, yeah, that wasn't the point, bruh. But I mean, he's obviously gonna try to make that point for him. But like, what? Like, oh yeah, he puts his life on the line every day. I mean, facts, right? But at the end of the day, you're putting your life on the line to protect the people. The police, that police officer that's in the dangerous neighborhood, putting his life on the line to protect the civilians that are probably not involved in the violence, right? So I get that. But what Tupac is trying to really hone in on and keen in on is that we as black people, like, we are the ones that you're coming in trying to, you know, medicate the community and filter it out of the violence or whatever, but it's the black people that are living in that on a daily basis, because that's even going back years and years of what the results have come to, where, you know, black people are just innately angry at some point. I really do believe a lot of black people just are innately angry. And I mean, you're probably going to be experiencing more violence within your own race and culture and nationality than outside, right? And I even think that's just me saying off the top of my head, and I definitely believe that is statistically proven, right? You're going to run into more violent encounters with somebody that looks like you rather than the opposite side, right? But what Tupac's really trying to say, like, we have to live this every day. Like, you come in here, you got the grip, you got the bulletproof vest, you got the backup you could call if things get yeasty. You know what I'm saying? You got the protection to do whatever it is. And we have to live this life every day of violence, of uncertainty, of poor living conditions, of being segregated to a certain area, you know, projects and not enjoyable living conditions because of, like, even financial standards that society's kind of put black people in as well, with the inability to get certain jobs or be able to attain certain trades and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm not even gonna say I'm a devil's advocate, but I mean, yes, police are important. I'm not a gang member. I'm not really promoting violence, you know. So, you know, I'm not out here saying that police are not essential, but that wasn't a point to. Well, I don't know if they that. Let me run it back. I'm pretty sure that guy just made the point. I don't think he was trying to combat something Tupac said when he said that. But I definitely enjoyed Tupac's response to that, where it's like, yeah, okay, the police officer is going there putting his life on the line, but he got a bulletproof vest. He got the grip. Something going wrong, he gonna fire that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Something going wrong and a police officer fear for his life. He's firing the grip. He's firing the grip. Word.
Without backup, without walkie-talkies, without guns, without tear gas, without pepper spray, without batons. So now we have to...
Yeah, look at his face. He like...
We have to live in the same neighborhoods without bulletproof vests, without backup, without walkie-talkies, without guns, without tear gas, without pepper spray, without batons. So now we have to fix the problem.
Pac knew that media is a machine that you either work with it or against, so he worked with it.
These people don't see it every day.
No, but what I would like to see is for children in our country to have a better future than what you guys have. And that's not going to happen when he's repressing his generation and his people by saying they have no hope.
What do you know about my people?
I know a lot about your people.
Now look at her face. He like, whoa. So she's saying, so this woman is trying to say that like Tupac is regressing his people because like the content of his lyrics. I think she kind of picked the wrong, like the message that she's saying is not necessarily incorrect, but she definitely picked the wrong person to do it with, you know? I'd have to go back and see what album he had in 1993 as to why she would say that, but I mean, rappers, all right, so like the message that she's saying is not necessarily incorrect, right? Not necessarily an incorrect message, you feel me? But Tupac actually has some uplifting songs. So like he doesn't, it's not like he's a rapper where like you gonna have to scroll try to find a positive message in his music. Like you should go ahead and check out on the channel Unconditional Love. You know what I'm saying? Unconditional Love. Reacted to that song. You know, Dear Mama. Tupac, one of Tupac's biggest songs. I'm saying Brenda Got a Baby. He's just talking about the experiences in the communities, other people that look like him. You know, so, I mean, I think she didn't necessarily have a bad message, but she definitely picked the wrong apple to kind of put that on. It was like, bro, it's not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you chirping. Like, Tupac actually has, like, motivational songs or songs that's not really about violence. You know what I'm saying? So to say that Tupac's regressing his people and to say that she knows a lot about our people, like, what do you mean by that? Like, I mean, I can say I know a little bit about Caucasians, but I'm not Caucasian, so I would never be able to say, like, I know a lot about Caucasians. Like, the fact that she is a very Caucasus woman, very Caucasus-looking woman, and just said, I know a lot about your people. What really do you know? What do you know? You know?
What do you know about my people?
I know a lot about your people.
Just because you charity, give money, wipe the guilt away, does not mean you know about the young black man. Today's society.
What would you say is the answer to that? Violence?
No, it's making music is when I'm doing that. It sparks dialogue, and that's how laws get made.
Yeah, his face.
It's making music is when I'm doing that.
Sound like Steve from Blue's Clues. That is.
What would you say is the answer to that? Violence?
No, it's making music.
And the fact that he tried to put, like, to ask the question and try to put the answer in for him as to say that was what he was going to say just because he was advocating for self-defense. It's wrong, bro. It's wrong. Wrong. And I'm a devil's advocate, bro. So if I feel like if they would spin, then I would still say, all right, yeah, I mean, they got a point. Like she has a general point. I do believe that black people in certain music that we make, we're hypocrites, where we'll make violent music and then we'll go and tell the same listeners that's listening to the violent music, but don't take me too seriously. That's not, or don't like do what I say, not as I do, right? Don't go in the booth and make a violent song. Listen to when I'm saying stop the violence. And me, young boy, don't make music like me about violence. Listen to when I say stop the violence, but then when I drop another album, I'm going to talk about violence. You know, so it's like we are hypocrites, and it does kind of push us further back when we're not sticking to our messages and we're not sticking to the ideologies that we're trying to, if we're making it seem like we're trying to, shift into and transition into. You know, it sets us back when we're not actually putting our money where our mouth is as a people. You know, so I mean that does hurt me at times. That's not the case, You feel me? But and is music really the answer? If you know, musicians in a general sense that are black are not really rapping about positivity, and then like, you know, I'm recording this video in 2023. You know, people still make fun of Chance the Rapper for rapping positively or making an album about how much he enjoyed his wife and how much he actually likes life, and but at the same time, maybe it's just his approach, because Coloring Book was also kind of more of a semi-positive album. Like, he had a song called Blessings on there, and you know, it's a vibey album, but I think maybe people just didn't like the approach on. I mean, I'm gonna keep it that album that people make fun of a lot. I don't remember the name of it, and I don't bump it. You know what I'm saying? But Coloring Book is a better album, and I bumped that here and there. So, but yeah, I mean, the bigger message definitely was taken from this video, even though it was 2 minutes. But hey, you gotta give me some credit. I made a 2-minute video, about 13 minutes for y'all. 14 minutes. I'm still talking. You know what I'm saying? For all those that actually like hearing me talk, you're welcome. But yeah, let's go.
That's what I'm doing now. It sparks dialogue, and that's how laws get made. That's how change get made.
And black people are some of the people that spark the most dialogue, because we may say or do dumb stuff. So it causes people to have some level of dialogue. Like, I think there was recently some like law they're trying to make called like the Nicki Minaj law, the Minaj Act or something, because around you know, CO19 time, you know, there was where like Nicki was telling people not to get the vaccine and stuff like that, because like I think her friend's like sack exploded or something. I don't know. Like, it was something crazy that she was trying to tell people not to get the vaccine for. You know what I'm saying? And now they're trying to make a whole Minaj Act. So like, that goes to show how much influence Nicki Minaj probably had on people's brains, that where they want to make a whole act to combat how people thought about that, you know? So, I mean, hey, we dictate culture. But I think we do need to do a better job of actually trying to come out with some positive stuff. And you could display what the community is going through, but also show what the future of the community could look like. Two things can be similar. That was Tupac. Rare interview footage, rare, on the Jane Pratt show. You can tell it's rare. This is in like 360p, boy. It was in microwave quality. It was a, but shout out to Too Busy Shakur, my guy. No cap. Getting down dirty with those expeditiously, but yeah, nah. I mean, Tupac went up there. He did his thing. He articulated himself. He spoke for black people. You know what I'm saying? He spoke for rappers. You know what I'm saying? No cap. He spoke for the people, and he was combating these mofos that were trying to put words in his mouth, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? He still kept his cool, and you know, he was representing his people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do though, how I'm gonna represent for the Wolfpack, and I think y'all would agree with what I'm about to say. You know, I'm letting it blow. I'm in your face with it. I'm in your face with it, clicking. I'm in your face clicking. I'm in your face clicking like this. You know what I'm saying? No freaking cap. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna do it for this episode of Elajas Reacts. Make sure you go and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the post notification bells from every time we drop a new damn video. Okay, make sure you follow Taylor Elajas on TikTok and Instagram for more funny and satirical content, okay? But one thing I need you to do, check out mentalswagger.com. Get you some financial freedom. Money don't buy happiness, but money can get you financial freedom. That's a fact. Go get you some. Get to a bag. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taylor Elajas, and you're watching Elajas Reacts.
Big Reaper and I'm back for the killing. When I get on the track, say what I'm actually feeling. I'm a murder baby, you my next victim maybe.